Hi everyone, quick recap of our workout from 2 weeks ago. So we started as always with a warm-up, so make sure you do at least 8 minutes of warm-up, if not 10. Our first exercise was a goblet squat with a double pulse and then 10 pulses at the end, so it's quite an intense one. For the goblet squat, as always, you want to have your feet shoulder width apart, core engaged, back straight, and shoulders are steady. Your gaze will be forward as you go into your squat, and so weight is in front of your chest. You want to sit down on this imaginary chair so you want to make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes. And when you come up, you don't want to have your knees caving in. So you want to keep steady, pushing through the heels, coming right up. A little bit of squeeze of your glutes without losing core engagement. So that would be, so we do double pulse. So 1, 2, come right up. 1, 2, and so on until 10 reps. And when you reach 10, you come optional, come down into that squat and you go for 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up to 10. So the pulses at the end are optional, but it's a good challenge. Our next one was supine raises. So you want to have your palms facing forward. Your elbows are soft, so you don't want to lock them. And shoulder blades are steady down your back with shoulders slightly hunched, like it's a tiny bit of, you bring them forward just a touch, and then you bring one arm up to shoulder level and the other. So that's 1 rep, 1 and 1. Our third one was a split squat. So you find from like having your feet, say, hip width apart, you step back into almost like what looks like a reverse lunge. Your back is straight, core engaged. Your torso will go at a bit of an angle as you go down towards that. You don't reach, you just take your knee to a hover and then come right up. And so that's 1 rep. 1, 2, and so on to 10, and then you switch and go on the other leg. Our next one was, and of course you can opt to have just one dumbbell in front of your chest or both of them. Our next one was a V-stand seesaw. So you want to have your legs in a V and your toes are pointing up, heels are in your properly secured against the mat or floor, and you're holding the dumbbell with both hands from the middle. And again, you want to make sure that your core is engaged, back is straight, shoulders steady. And 1 rep would be going up, and down. So that's 1 rep, and you go for 10. All right, our next one was RDLs and followed by rows. So for the RDLs, again, feet are going to be hip width to shoulder width apart, whichever feels comfortable. And you want to make sure that, first of all, your core is engaged, chest is open, shoulder blades steady. So imagine if you were to have that you're holding like a book in front of your chest, and as you're hinging, as if you're closing the door with your butt, right? You're not going to have your shoulders rounding to follow the weight, but you're gonna keep them nice and open, sending your back into that hinge, maintaining the curvature in your lower back, and coming right up again. Squeeze your glutes, but don't lose core engagement. So whichever weights you choose to work with, keep in mind the glutes are strong, big muscles, so you can certainly work towards heavier weights. And you go 1 and 2, and so on to 10. Once you're done with 10, you're going to find that hinge once again and position yourself so that you're really stable, so you'll feel your glutes working to hold that and your core is engaged. And you bring your elbows up close to the torso, squeezing that space between your shoulder blades. So you really want to focus on the back rather than just yanking up your shoulders. Bring it right up, and that's it for oh no, we actually have one more. We have a reverse lunge, which you can do either, so you can hold the weight in front of your body and you go into reverse lunge and then 1 and 1, right? So 2 and 2. Or if you want an extra challenge, you can start with holding the weight in front of your chest, and as you go into a reverse lunge, you bring it right up. 1 and 1, 2 and 2, and so on, up to 10 on each side. Then we're done with our exercises with the dumbbell, and we're moving to side plank with leg lift. So as always, for the side plank, you want to have your shoulder, your elbow under your shoulder, knees are slightly positioned slightly in front of your hips, and feet are together. On an exhale, you want to bring up your hips to where you really feel your core engaged and your obliques here, and that's your sort of stable position. You can certainly hold it, just hold this for 30 seconds, or if you want, lift your leg up to hip height. Arm can be here or here, and you go for 10 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, so 1 to 10, and then flip over and do it on the other side. All right, our next one was a heel bridge. So normally we do the bridge with both feet on the mat, legs 90 degrees, and arms alongside the body or supporting yourself on your elbows, shoulders away from your ears. Breath in, exhale as you lift. You want to feel that glute engagement, and you want to really anchor yourself, your feet to the mat, right? You want to feel like press them against the mat for a better glute activation. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to move our heels to where our toes are, and same idea, exhale as you lift, except now you're supporting yourself on your heels, which will involve your hamstrings a little bit more. Again, go for 10, and you're all done. All right, and our next one was toe taps, which can be done in 2 ways. So for the toe taps, you can bring your legs up to tabletop. That's already engaging your core a little bit. Then another breath in, bring up head and shoulders. So you want to have your neck out of that sort of high tension zone. So you want to bring your head a little bit higher. Your core is going to be working very hard. Your arms can be either up or down on the mat, and you're going to lower 1 foot at a time, doing quick toe taps or heel taps if you want, 1 at a time, maintaining this space between ribs and hips nicely closed, right? So if you feel like you cannot maintain that, do it for as many reps as it feels like you can control that, and you know, try to go back at it and repeat it with proper core engagement. That's where it's the magic happens. And of course, you end up with nice cool down and stretches, and that's it. And of course, you do 2 or 3 sets. Have fun.